All right. Make sure we're connected. We are. Hey everyone, it's the Chaplain here, coming to you with the long-awaited Commonwealth and France and Russia Turn 5. I appreciate everyone's patience, especially you, Bulge. Man, it has been a crazy week, and honestly, this turn is nothing to really have to write home about, so my sincerest apologies that it has taken far too long to get this out. But we are finishing up round 5 here with this turn in Operation Hotshots, and we will be on to turn 6 very shortly. Commonwealth and France and Russia. Well, the Commonwealth lost South Africa. The Italians are kind of carving their way. Oh, shoot. That means I get to add another point to them. That's a lot of points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 points right now the Axis have. But it's not game over. Oh, no. No. But frick, that's a lot of points. Alright, so the Commonwealth has some money to spend. And, excuse me. I really can't do much. I can build in Ottawa, which is useless to me at this point, unfortunately. And I can build in Sydney. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to buy a minor complex for 12, and I still have 13 to spend, which I'm going to save. So, spending 12 on a minor complex for the Commonwealth. Currently, I'm at like 15 on the tracker because the Commonwealth only starts off with 16. I'm up 17, 18, but then I'm down to 16, down to 15, so really kind of hurts. Really kind of hurts. But anyway, enough of that. Combats. I only have one combat to declare, and that is the fact that I just really want to hurt the Japanese ability to swim around town. So from my naval base, my destroyer in 54 is going to go 1, 2, 3, and auto-sink this Japanese transport. Unless he has super transports, which he didn't tell me, but if he did, just in case, we'll see what happens. Alright, we can roll it together, destroyer against transport. Alright, well, if you had super transports, your transport lives. If not, my destroyer wins. Because you don't have super transports. That would be really silly, because you have no transports on the board. So anyway, as far as non-combat is concerned, nothing is really going to happen with the Commonwealth. Because those guys are trapped, those infantry went on a suicide mission, so the ships are just sitting there doing nothing. These guys are trapped by those Italians, that guy's trapped. Well, actually, I can non-combat rail this guy into eastern Iran, so I will do that. Alright, well, disposition of forces after I place my new unit. My factory goes right there in Brazil. Got 4 infantry in Brazil, infantry artillery in Quebec. I've got the destroyer and transport in 110, infantry artillery in French Equatorial Africa, the infantry in eastern Iran, infantry still in New Zealand, 3, 4, 5 infantry in Sydney with 1 artillery and 2 AAA, and the destroyer, if you don't have super transports, lives in 21. For the French, let's see, there's no French units till we get to here, and you're going to stay there. So there's 1 French infantry there, there's 1 French infantry there, these 2 from Tunisia are coming into Libya. The French cruiser is going to come down and join here into 110 from 125, stop convoying the Germans. And that's all the French pieces. And now the Russian pieces. I had 22 to spend, and you kind of get to sit in with me on the planning here. Oh, by the way, I'll go ahead and collect my 15 for the Commonwealth. I don't think I have any NOs. I'll double check it, but that means I have 28 to spend on my next turn. All right, 28. The Russians had 22 to spend. The Japanese are creeping in. Got this guy sneaking in the mountains. Got freaking Italians all over the place. I'm going to buy 7 infantry and save $1. And the Russians are down quite a bit financially as well because Russia stinks. So, let's see here. 7 infantry. Alright. So, combat. I've already thought through some combat down here, but to be honest with you, I'm really struggling because I'm surrounded by enemies on all sides. The tank and Archangel can just come straight up into Moscow. His main force is in Leningrad, but he's just got such a freaking lot of stuff, man. I just don't want to deal with it. And I really don't want to sacrifice a bunch of freaking tanks. I really don't. I don't. I think, because right now I'm at 16 on the tracker, I think I want Western Ukraine, Rostov, and Vologda back. Maybe Belarus. But I don't have really enough infantry, so I've got a bunch of infantry here. I'm going to send 1 infantry into Western Ukraine with a mech. The other infantry from Ukraine is going to go into Rostov. With a mech. You stop that. Because I think I need to save these infantry here. I can send a fighter down here and a fighter over here. 1-2 will go back to Moscow. 1-2 go back to Moscow. And then he's got the AAA there. I think I'm going to send I'm going to send 4 infantry into Belarus. And 1 will stay back. In Bryansk. I am going to send boom, boom. He'll land in Moscow if he doesn't get shot down. All he's got there is that. Because I think I want to save those tanks. That's non-combat. Alright, 4 infantry and a tactical. I do need 1 tank. Alright, everything else is non-combat. I don't like any of this. Alright, so in Western Ukraine, I've got 2 1s and a 3 against his 2. In Rostov, we have the same dice. In Belarus, he has a AAA and 2 2s against 4 infantry for me, and a tank and a paired tactical if it doesn't get shot down. So, this is the Western Ukraine battle. Like I said, I've got 2 infantry and a fighter and his defending infantry. He got a hit and I got hit. So I will lose an infantry, he will lose an infantry, and Germany goes down 2. Russia will go back up 2. Okay. That goes there, that goes there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and land that plane back in Moscow. Rostov is the same. I have 2 infantry and a fighter against his defending infantry. This will be Italian money taken away if I hit him. I hit him, he did not hit me. So Rostov becomes Russian again with no losses. I'm going to go ahead and land that plane in Moscow. Russia back up 2, Italy down 2. Okay. Now, his AAA shot in Belarus. Oh, for frick's sake. It's okay, Bob. It's just a game. It's just a game. It's just a freaking game, and you just lost your 4. Alright, well, that was straight up butt crack. I have a tank and 4 infantry. He has 2 artillery. I need 3 hits. I got 2 hits, and he got none. So he will lose the AAA and an artillery, which means I take out 1 green dice. I cannot freaking believe that piece of garbage hit. 4 infantry and a tank for... Oh, my tanks are super tanks. So I did have a 4. And then his... I just need 1 more hit. Everything missed. Do it again. 1 more hit. He hit me. Great. Freaking wonderful. Well, I took another $1 from the Russians. I'm sorry, from the Germans, so the Russians get that back. Cannot freaking believe that piece of garbage hit. 3 infantry are left with the tank in Belarus. That sucks. That absolute stupid plane. Piece of garbage. Alright, well. Here, my friend Adam Buxton should like that. Not the dice for me, but the color commentary. Alright, so I've already moved all the money. Western Ukraine, Rostov. I've been in Ukraine. I just took Belarus back. In non-com, going to Vologda. All these tanks are moving back. That's 4 tanks. I'm just going to pick them all up. It's 4 tanks. Are going to go into Moscow. And then all these tanks from Bryansk. That's 3, 6. So that looks like 10 tanks to me. 10 tanks means tons of chips. 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay. Looks like 13 heavy tanks to me. Oh, look, I missed one. I'm going to put this AAA here. Move 1 AAA back with this AAA from Bryansk. So there actually 2 will go back. The tank that's in Bryansk is actually going to stay in Bryansk. There was 1 tank left. I didn't move it. I grabbed all the chips, and I missed this guy. So he's just going to stay there. That's perfectly fine. Then I'm going to place 7 infantry into Moscow. Disposition 1 infantry in Vologda. 8 infantry in Moscow with an artillery, 3 AAA, 2 fighters, and 13 tanks. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Tank in Bryansk, infantry, mech in Rostov, mech in Western Ukraine, tank, AAA, 3 infantry in Belarus. I don't collect any national objectives, I think. I don't. But I'm going to double check for you anyway. And I know that I don't get Lend-Lease because I don't have Archangel. So, let me check national objectives. Probably completely useless. We'll see. Excuse me. Actually, I do still get to roll, because if it's the money on the Europe side, which it won't be, so never mind. If the destination is Axis controlled. Okay. So we've been doing it wrong this whole time. I do get to roll for the Pacific side and see if I get money. Because there's no destination for the money except my bank. So let's see here real quick. I got a 1, so it's an artillery and a Moor, but I don't get that, so that's trash. Anyway, and I did goof up on the UK money and purchase his last turn, so I'll fix that in my next vid. I don't think that anything Germany, Japan is going to do is going to mess with that information, so. Anyway, Russia's at 21 on the tracker. And I don't have any national objectives, so. 21 on the tracker, plus the one I saved makes 22. That's it for the end of Operation Hotshots round number 5. I'm the chaplain. I'll be praying for you.